Om Shanti. Good morning. Welcome all of you. And hope I am clear and audible. So
Yes,
welcome
Manoj.
to. Okay, thanks. So welcome to the Avyak Murli Club revision in the morning. So today we have two very short Murlis. The first one being on how one Kanya, one Kumari is equivalent to 100 Lokik Brahmins. Baba has really praised a lot about how a Kumari should be, and then one level up, how an ideal Brahma Kumari should be. So we'll listen to that. And the second Murli is about how you can become a master Jani Jananhar. Uh, Jani Jananhar is a beautiful Hindi word which means a person who knows everything. In the sense, that knows the importance of whatever is happening. It can be equated even to Master Trikaldarshi, who knows the three aspects of the past, present, and future, and how my stage of being a master Jani Jananhar will help me in revealing Baba. That means revealing the Almighty Authority. So I'll just share the screen. So today's Murli, there are no translations in English online, but I have just done a Google Translate and it fairly matches with that. So it shouldn't be a problem. I'll just open the, yeah. So as you all can see, it's coming up in front of you. So please ignore it is not concepts. So first of all, the date is 28 October 75. Concepts to become a better girl than 100 Brahmins. So it is basically the methods by which Baba is saying how to become a Kanya or a Kumari who is better than 100 Brahmins. And any idea, all of you who are here in the audience, a Kumar is equivalent to how many Brahmins? Any idea? You can write in the chat box. A Kumar is equivalent to 700 Brahmins, and therefore it is said that one Kumar is equal to 7 Kumaris. That way, in this context. So these are Avyak Babdada's Avyak words uttered with the Kumaris. So Baba says now the first promise that the Kumaris have made to the father. What's the promise? Ek Baba, dusra na koi. One father and no one else. Do they fulfill it? Kumaris who always fulfill this promise become instruments for the benefit of the world. Excuse me. Kumaris are worshipped, and the basis of worship is being completely pure. So it's a stage of perfect or complete purity, complete purity. So the importance of Kumaris is on the basis of purity. If a Kumari, despite being a Kumari, is not pure, then the life of Kumari is of no importance. So the speciality of virginity, again, this is a Google Translate, but Baba says here Pavitrata. The speciality of being pure. Always keep it with you, don't leave it. Otherwise, by giving up your speciality, you'll be deprived of both the supersensuous joy of the present life and the joy of the future kingdom. So when we say supersensuous joy, it's the Ati Indriya Sukh, the joy which the soul feels, which is not restricted to the pleasure of the sense organs, which is something beyond that. And therefore, we in Hindi also say this word as going beyond in English. And in Hindi, any idea? It is said being upram, upar, uparam. And if you see the word in detail, it's upram is upar ram. Upar means above, and Ram is Baba. So be with Baba and beyond this world. So Baba says you'll be deprived of not only the supersensuous joy of this Brahman life, but also the joy of receiving the future kingdom. And I hope there are many Murlis which Baba has spoken about on complete purity. Actually, even the last Sunday's Murli when Baba was speaking about a few weeks ago, that even having waste thoughts is an impurity. So the definition of purity for a BK is much more deeper than just being a celibate. So what is the definition of complete purity? You can write in the chat box. There are many definitions Baba has given. But more important is man vachan karam mein pavitrata, which means your thought, word, and action. All these three are in sync. And when we say thought, many things, not now negative, but even waste thoughts are a form of impurity. So, despite being a Brahma Kumari, you will say that supersensuous happiness is the inheritance of Sangam, but will not be experienced, Baba says, unless you have this vow of purity. When you always remember the importance of Kumari life, you will be able to become a successful teacher and a Brahma Kumari. When this is the goal, then the characteristic of virginity will always remain intact. Now, this actually is the translation in Hindi. It was written Lakshan. So, Pavitrata ke Lakshan intact honge, which means they will remain with you all. When your goal, what is the goal? Goal is my Lakshan. As you know, in Hindi, these words are beautiful. In English, the meaning doesn't come out so well, but it is Jaisa Laksha, Vaisa Lakshan. So, if my goal is clear in my mind that I need to become a successful Brahma Kumari teacher, or for that matter, even a BK student, then it will be seen in my characteristics, in the way I am, in my behavior, in my what the Baba says, chal and chalan, which means my behavior and actions. So then, no matter how much Maya tries to shake this speciality of yours, you still remain like Angad. And what speciality is Baba saying? The Lakshan, the characteristic which of your Laksha. Laksha is becoming a Devi Devta or becoming a teacher, a BK. So then we can see the characteristics of that purity. Again, now it's not a virgin, the meaning is about being pure. There are restrictions on being a pure soul, but there is a fear that being a pure soul, you might still fall under the control of Maya. So if Kumaris were to remove this reason, then there would be no need to do trials to see. So now I can explain you what this means here. So before becoming a BK teacher, a surrendered BK teacher, there is a concept of the sister or the brother being on trial. So even for brothers who want to surrender or for sisters equally, they're supposed to be on a trial period. And that trial period usually lasts for around 5 years. Whereby in that trial period, what has happened? That sister or brother is sort of circulated to various centers and people assess them and they try to see that how is the sanskar of these souls? Are they able to match with each other? Are they able to gel well with each other, stay in the center? Are they able to get used to the center life? Particularly the ones who are professionals, Kumars and Kumaris. They have left their job, fine, that's well and good, thanks to them because they are doing it for Baba. But then are they really able to stay in the centers? And usually nowadays the rules are not so strict, but previously they used to make sure that that Kumar or Kumari is not in the center where they stay, in the city where they stay. They can be sent anywhere. It could be in Madhuban, it could be at any retreat center, or it could be at any other center. So it was all decided by the seniors. So Baba says that why do I need to do these trials is because you might fall under the trap of Maya. And even this is Maya, like not just having the big vices in a big way, all those five vices, but it's about even not being able to match with each other. If I'm at a center as a Samarpit surrendered brother, but I'm not able to really perform the duties the way I should be able to perform, then I'm under the influence of Maya because my thoughts would not be pure. It would be waste thoughts going on. Oh, this is happening like that. No one is taking care of me. Blah blah, so on and so forth. So Baba says, then I would not have to do trials if you had been safe and without the influence of Maya. So first is that you need to remove all the reasons, which Baba says, bahane bazi mat do. Brahmins know this job very well. For everything, they'll give you a reason. So Baba says, bahane bazi nahi chalegi. So no excuses. And secondly, it is the power to transform. It is not change, it's the power to transform. So no matter what the soul may be, what may be the situation, but if you have the power to transform yourself, then you will be able to become a successful teacher and a server. So Baba says these two things, the power to transform and no place for giving excuses. So with these two characteristics, that's complete purity and the power to transform, one would be able to become a special soul in service, love and cooperation. Seva, Sneha and Sahyog. You'll become a special one. And Baba will really, as Baba says in Hindi, Baba apne sar aankhon pe rakhega. Which means Baba will really regard you at a very higher level, keep you in his drishti, in his eyes and also on his head. Not really head, but when we say that Dil Takht Nashin, we'll be on the heart throne of Baba. Otherwise, it will be just remaining in the trial list. Otherwise, it will be just your name will be there in the trial list, which is already there actually. You will not be able to come in the surrendered list. So only around 198 Kumaris who maintain both these characteristics, what? Complete purity and the power of transformation. They will be worthy of being sung and worshipped. Why 198? Because during that time in 1975, around 198 Kumaris were in front of Baba. It is not temporary renunciation, but permanent renunciation. So it is the tyag which is there, or vairagya which is there rather. It is permanent, behad ka vairagya. That means sacrifice and penance. Again, these two words in our BK jargon are tyag and tapasya. Renunciation is vairagya, and sacrifice and penance. Sacrifice is tyag, penance is tapasya. So if you know, our slogan is tyag, tapasya, and then seva. So only if I'm able to sacrifice myself for the service of Baba, for the cause of Baba, then comes the second thing, which is tapasya. So first I have to sacrifice my body consciousness, so on and so forth. It's a big list of there are many murlis which have Baba has spoken about tyag, and even a very subtle form of sacrifice is the sacrifice of myness or I-ness, or that I sacrifice for Baba, even the sacrifice of that word. So sacrifice of the body consciousness, and tapasya is yoga. The more and more I'm able to practice sacrifice and tapasya, I become an embodiment of service. That is tyag, tapasya, seva. And only then will you be called a special Kumari. Now the instrument has to be taken care of. Which instrument? It's probably the Baba. Baba is speaking about Dadi Gulzar's body, because probably she wasn't well that time. I guess it would be that. So the instrument has to be taken care of. Or maybe even Baba is telling all of us that this body is an instrument. You need to take care of the instrument properly, because the attribute is still not yet visible. That's why service has to be stopped. And then Baba says, no complaint should be heard by anyone. Only then can you become a complete teacher or a Kumari who is better than 100 Brahmins. Good. That's what Baba says. So the essence of Murli is, if you can see, a Kumari who is the one who always fulfills this promise of one father and no other, and becomes an instrument for the world benefit or world welfare. Second, if a Kumari, despite being a Kumari, is not pure, then the life of a Kumari has no importance. third, with complete purity and the power of transformation. That's what Baba said, two conditions. One can become a special soul in service, love and cooperation, in seva, sneha and sahyog. And finally, Baba says there should be constant disinterest. Behad ki vairag vritti, tapasya, tyag and tapasya. Constant disinterest, renunciation, sacrifice and tapasya. Only then you will be called a special Kumari. So let me now share the other Murli, and let's look at the other Murli, which is all about Master Jani Jananhar. So here we go. So it's 28 October again, 75, and title is Reveal the Revelation of the Almighty Authority from my stage of being a master Jani Jananhar. So in the path of devotion, Baba is said to be Jani Jananhar. He is the one who's the knower of everything. And many people say that he even knows your thoughts. He's a thought reader. But Baba says, are your thoughts really so pure? And are they really worthy of being seen by me? Should I be reading your thoughts? Because if your thoughts, Baba has said that word in the Murli, Malech. Malech means something which is very impure. So if your thoughts are very impure, what is the reason I should be reading them? So Baba very categorically says that when I say that I am Master Jani Jananhar, I am Jani Jananhar, we are masters, Baba is Jani Jananhar, that doesn't mean I'm reading your thoughts, but it simply means that I am the knower of all the three aspects of the time. I am the knower of this entire world, all the three worlds, the subtle world, the Paramdham, that is the incorporeal world, and the Sakar, that is the corporeal world. So let's see what Baba has to say about Master Jani Jananhar. So these are Avyak Babdada's melodious words spoken, pronounced with Didi Ji. So when we say Didi Ji, I hope you all know there was only one senior Didi, that is Didi Manmohini, 1975. And she left the body in 83. And actually she was the main administrative head along with Dadi Prakashmani from 69 onwards to 1983. So then Baba tells her, this word is not right here, not a special organization, it's a special gathering. So Baba is saying a special gathering is needed to remove which particular weakness? He's asking Didi. So in Hindi we say स्पेशल संगठन संगठन चाहिए एक कमजोरी निकालने के लिए. And what is that weakness? Baba is saying that there is a need for a gathering of powers in the form of Mahakali, who can transform this environment with the effect of their Yog Agni. So Baba is saying that there are many weaknesses, but Baba is trying to point out one. He's not mentioned that here, but he needs to say that we need to become the embodiment of Mahakalis, an embodiment of all the powers. And such a soul can transform the environment, can't it? With the effect of the Yog Agni. So now, according to the drama, the final result is about to become clear in the mirror of everyone's behavior. A beautiful Hindi word here is mirror is darpan and behavior is my chalan. So Baba is saying that apne chalan ke darpan mein dekho, which means how am I behaving with others? And mind well behavior not only starts with action, it also starts with what am I thinking about others, my thoughts and even my words. So all these three faculties, looking at myself in that darpan, in that mirror, how is my thought, word and behavior with others? And Baba says that will be the final result, which I can see from your clearly, very clearly from the mirror of your behavior. And as you progress further, with the power of your knowledge, the Maharathi children will be able to clearly see the story of their actions from each one's face. So as I mentioned before, Baba speaks about Chehra, Chal and Chalan. So Baba is saying your activity and your behavior is clearly visible through your face. And as we know, the face is the index of the mind. Whatever is going on in my mind, the face reveals that. Just as the smell of malage food is understood, which means a food which becomes basi or which becomes bad, that is malage, impure food or food which has gone bad. The smell itself tells you, oh, the food has become rotten. So, in the same way, there will be a clear touching in the intellect by the vibrations of souls who accept food in the form of malage thoughts. So, Baba is very specific here that if my thoughts are dirty or waste or rotten thoughts, people get vibrations from such souls. As we get not vibrations, but as we get the smell of the malage food. So Baba is saying this word malage. Malage means impure. So the instrument for this is the clear line of intellect, which Baba keeps saying again and again, that your intellect needs to be clear and your mind needs to be clean, clean and clear. There's that face wash which is available. It reminds me of that, clean and clear. And Baba says clean mind and clear intellect. अंत में बाबा says कि जिसके बुद्धि की line clear होगी, they will get my touchings automatically. And then Baba says that this intellect is a yantra. Yantra means an instrument. So those whose yantra is powerful will be able to know easily. Whatever Baba's touchings would want to come, that soul will automatically catch it. Why? Because there are no waste in the mind and there is no waste in the intellect. The line is clear. Even the non-living images of Shaktis and deities have this speciality. Non-living images means the deity images which are there in the temples, those images. So even they have this speciality. What speciality? That no sinful soul can hide their sins by going in front of them. So when sinful souls, say thieves or papis, whatever, like people who have done some pap, some sin, and they come to the temples, bow down in front of them, and they say, "We are sorry, we have done this so and so sin." So the speciality in the non-living image also is still there, that souls, sinful souls come in front of you, Baba is saying. You automatically keep describing that you are like this, that we Brahmins say that yes, our non-living images are also like that. He used to describe this automatically, means the sinful souls used to automatically describe their sins in front of the images. So even in the inanimate memory, this is a word which is smriti. So even in your smriti, Baba is saying in your the images which are there, this speciality is visible till the end, even till this date. If you look at a statue of Ganpati, the Ganpati season is soon starting, or any of the Devi Devtas, Lakshmi, Narayan, Krishna, Ram. This speciality is still visible, that sinful souls come in front of their pictures or images and they immediately confess whatever sins they have done. So this speciality of Shakti in the form of consciousness has become famous. Hence it is also in the memory. So हमारी स्मृति में अभी भी है ये, that our non-living images are still being worshipped. So we are still worship worthy. That's the word what we say in Hindi, pujya. We are still worship worthy even at this fag end of Kali Yuga. So Baba says this is the stage of master knowing, that is master jani janan har. That is the stage of being knowledgeful. This stage will also be experienced in practice. The more and more we are situated in our yoga tapasya, as Baba said further, that the yoga agni, the more and more आप योग अग्नि प्रज्वलित करोगे, which means you lighten up your power of the yoga agni, you will be able to experience this, that it is happening and it will also happen, and you will become a master jani jananhar. So Baba is asking Didi Manmohini, have you created such a gathering? It has to be made now. And we need such a flame-like organization. Flame means Jwala. So Baba says we need such a Jwala Swarup Sangathan, such a gathering where your Yoga Agni is so powerful that constantly the flame of yoga is burning. And this will reveal the Father, because here every step of ours will reflect the Father. And that's what Baba was saying in the title that my revelation, that is the Almighty Authority, will be revealed only from your stage of being a master, Jani Jananhar. Because of the presence of Father in the eyes and mouths of such souls. Again, mouth is not the proper word, it's the words. So Baba is saying that if your chehra chal chalan, your face, your eyes, drishti, your words, all of them become so pure and powerful through the Yoga Agni, then I will be revealed through that. The Father will be revealed through your eyes and words. That is, every word, instead of 200 forms of Shakti, the Almighty will be seen, which means, in the Navratri season, when they try to invoke those 9 goddesses, no, Navratri, therefore it's called Nav Durga. So Baba says, then if you are situated in the stage of Master Jani Jananhar, whereby you are so knowledgeful and full of power with the Yoga Agni, then you won't be seen as Shaktis, not hundreds and hundreds of forms of Shakti, then only one Almighty will be seen. And here he gives us the example and corollary that just as in the Sakar days in the beginning, Sri Krishna was always visible in the form of Brahma. So though it was Brahma Baba, but people had visions of Sri Krishna from Brahma. So, in a similar way, should the Almighty be visible through all the powers which we are demonstrating in our behavior. That is the stage of Jani Jananhar, Master Jani Jananhar. And it is being experienced that the Father will be only visible through those who are always in the remembrance of the Father and have an attitude of the renunciation of the I. So, Maipan ka tyag, that is the most important thing. Dehabhan, Maipan. Just as they themselves have forgotten their sense of self, similarly, others will not be able to see that form of theirs, but instead they would see the form of the Almighty Authority. And then Baba says, good. Acha, so we'll just see the essence of the Murli, the 2 points. So Baba says, by having a clear line of intellect and with the power of your knowledge, you can know the story of the actions from every phase. So these 2 points are related to being Master Jani Jananha. So one is having the power of knowledge and yoga both, and second is maintaining a clear line of intellect with Baba. Then only will I receive those appropriate touchings. And second point, the Almighty Father is visible only to those who are always in remembrance of the Father, and whereby they are away from the I-ness. So they are in the attitude of renunciation of ego. Mainpan ka त्याग. So कौन सी वृत्ति? सिर्फ बाबा बाबा, मैं नहीं, Baba Baba. So that's what was Murli about, how we reveal the Almighty Authority through our stage of being a master, Jani Janana. So with this, I'll just stop sharing the screen and we'll take a minute, pause, and then you all can start your sharings. Thank you. So you all can start. Thanks.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba, and thank you, Divine Family. Today's I got the point is complete purity, and 100% purity means with And the second point I got them is it's a yoga agni. That's it's together gathering. It creates a yoga agni, and it's smallest weakness also remove that. So that I message I got. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. So in the first Murli, Baba talked about the Kumaris, how a Kumari can be, successful and powerful. So Baba says, if if you have the power to transform yourself, then you can become a successful teacher, and that's along with the purity. So if there is no purity, then Kumari life is of no use. That's what Baba says. So that purity that really make them powerful and successful. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. The way Baba really started, like with a Kumari when she surrenders, or what they call as the Samarpan Samaro, when she puts her hand in front, when a kind of oath taking, when she says, I belong to one Father and none other. So it is that thought with which she is, instead of saying baptized, I should say, kind of the chunni which they put on her, as if Baba has put the chunni on her to say, yes, Baba accepts you. So when she has given herself away, that vote, for her a checking point to see, am I really true to what I have surrendered? So if I am fully pure, it means wow. Wow is worthy of worship. So an importance of a Kumari, that's the only line which I was thinking. Is it only purity? Because we know what is purity. There are so many approaches to purity. They say it should be like being free from any kind of negativity, free from body consciousness in thoughts, words, actions, dreams. There are many connotations which they have given. But I just wanted to know, when they come to a Kumari, they say the Mahatva or an importance of a Kumariti, even though transformation is given, is fully based on purity. So can you just share, brother, why so much of that one virtue, purity, has been really put on a Kumari in this Murli? I hope my question was clear.
I guess
Because
Manoj dropped out. Yeah, he's just joined back. He's just joined back. Would anybody like to answer sister's question until Manoj Bhai starts back?
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Am I audible?
Yes, Sanjay Bhai.
The sister just talked about that why Kumari has been taken as the main instrument, and Baba is thinking about, and Baba is talking about purity. In this Murli, Baba basically talking about Kumaris. Baba is not talking about only for Kumaris. Baba is talking also for Kumars. And Baba is talking, when Baba talks about purity, Baba talks about connection. When we all are instruments of Baba basically, and if the instruments are perfect, that the instruments are pure in Mansa, Vacha, and Karmana, then only the instrument can be used in a proper way, in an effective way, which I understood from this words of Baba. Om Shanti.
No, if suppose, can I just again reframe or ask my question to Manoj Bhai? Manoj Bhai, we know whenever Baba speaks on Kumari, I feel belonging to one, because a Kumari, the surrender ceremony is the pinnacle of everything. So that alone is enough for her to know I belong to one. But everywhere I've seen in every Murli, the topic on purity and Kumari, more on Kumari, is touched. So much so she has got sometimes the fear in her, which Baba has even said, that she may be attacked, the fear of Maya. So it's like living on pins and things. So I just want to know how to make it look positive.
Manoj bhai, we can't hear you.
So I think now it's audible.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, the audio keeps getting switched on and off here and there. Okay. Yeah, so if I want to give answer to the question, if I have understood it properly, Baba is always categorically always keeping the mothers, and particularly the mothers, he's keeping the Kumaris in front, because Kumaris are the Guru Gaddi, Baba says. They are the ones who are on the forefront. They are the ones who are images of Baba direct. Like no one, now we are doing this online thing where we can read Murlis, anyone can read the Murlis. Ideally, yesterday also, if you see the Sakar Murli, it reminds me, at the end it was written, if you remember yesterday Sakar Murli, in the Hindi it was written that all these Murlis are supposed to be read by BK teachers at at designated centers of BK. So when we even say the word Brahma Kumaris, it is very categorically said about Kumaris, because Baba said it is only the Kumaris who have put the arrows of purity, with their arrows of purity. And who are they trying to put these arrows onto? It is said that soul Bhishma Pitamaha. So they have shown that in the Mahabharata, Ban mare the Bhishma Pitamaha ko. But what are these Ban? These are the arrows of knowledge. So when Baba speaks about Kumaris, it is fine not only about a Kumari, and it is also about every Kumar, as brother said, and also about every one of you who is a Brahma Kumar and a Brahma Kumari, because Baba says other Kumar and Kumaris are also are also Kumars and Kumaris in one way. Anyone who is leading a pure lifestyle, and a pure lifestyle is not only practicing celibacy, it is about, as I said, the definition of purity goes way beyond in Baba's terms and Baba's dictionary. So if I'm a leading a pure life, it's perfectly, I am an ideal soul for Baba who can do service. And that's what Baba needs. That if a soul is ready, then he picks up, Baba takes them in the flying stage and makes them use for service wherever he wants. Now, this Murli was the surrender ceremony of, as Sister Girija was trying to mention. This surrender ceremony happens because these are the official ceremonies where all these surrendered teachers, after a trial of 5 years, they are really evaluated, and then they in front of everyone, which means their Lokik parents also come for the entire ceremony, and they are invited specially to Shantivan, because it's one way a marriage ceremony. It's a bridal ceremony, and therefore you can say they wear those golden chunnis. the golden, what you call in English, chunni, I don't know, but that golden thing where they wear on the white dress with their badge. And it is their official surrendered ceremony that is just a part or decorum of the Brahma Kumaris, whereby all the centers we need teachers, BK teachers. And these surrendered teachers are the ones who are basically evaluated through the entire trial process. Not anyone can become a BK teacher. It's not so easy to become like that. So my point of saying all this is, I hope it answers your question, that yes, Baba feels very proud, in the sense Baba has this intoxication. It's a pure ego, a pure intoxication, that yes, I have these pure souls. If you all can see in the Murli, it was mentioned 198 Kumaris who were in front of Baba for the surrendered ceremony. So I think, yes, they are on a very higher pedestal. Baba keeps them on a higher level because they have surrendered their life. Like, just touch your heart and ask yourself, how many of you in this audience can really give away your entire life for Baba? Fine, we are surrendered through the mind, we are surrendered through the wealth, but getting surrendered through the body is also another ball game. It is not so easy to give up your life for everything. And mind well, these surrendered brothers and sisters, they are supposed to wear white all the time. Can we, in the Pravritti Marg, householders, can we do that? I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to say we are less than them. I'm absolutely not saying that. But doing this, having a life of surrender, doing whatever the seniors ask you to do, being in the center, wherever seniors are sending you, doing according to their dictates and directions, wearing white all the time, the sari, the badge of a Kumars who are, there are even surrendered Kumars for that matter at every center. So doing all this, it takes a lot of effort. So I must say, I mean, whenever I do my talks and whenever I go to centers abroad and in India, I really feel these souls are so very fortunate that they have been given a chance and they have taken this chance to surrender their lives fully, Baba. Nevertheless, having said that, we are not less fortunate as well. And everyone is playing their own part in the drama, because we are not less in the sense we get the souls, we are in the Pravritti householder path, and we are in our homes and we can do this service which those sisters can't do. Like, we are doing our jobs, we are in various organizations visiting, we are wearing colored clothes. They can't do that which we can do. So each of us, everyone's role is complementary to each other. So I think that's what we were planning to discuss from here. Okay.
Thank you, brother. I totally agree with what you say. I salute them. But you know, it sometimes used to pain me to see this was one sword which was used, you know, to really test them. And sometimes I used to feel, see, I'm being a woman, I used to think, oh, it's not fair. I don't know. It was that part which just made me ask you the question. Thank you. I know this thing. Brother, just one doubt. This Jani Jananhar, Baba plays with that. Sometimes he says, I know everything. Sometimes he says, do you think I'm a thought reader that I know everything? Come and tell me. I don't know anything. So this Jani Jananhar is a thing with which, you know, Baba plays that title. Could you just clarify it?
Yeah, so plays in the sense Baba is clear about this. So Baba is not a thought reader. So if I am committing any sin in the sense of having any waste thoughts, not even a big sin in the action and words, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying even a sinful thought when it comes, which means a waste thought. So Baba says, come and surrender your thoughts to me. Tell me those. Because in Hindi, Baba says, batane se adha maaf ho jayega, which Baba means that even if you just come and tell me, half of it, that sin will be neutralized. But that doesn't get neutralized. What does it mean? That when you commit and you come and tell me, you confess your bad thoughts or waste thoughts, then at least the burden which you are carrying in your head is reduced by half. Obviously, the sinful act, thought, word, or action, whatever I perform, I have to bear that, because that's a karmic philosophy. Baba doesn't interfere in that karmic philosophy. Whatever you think, say, and do, you have to bear the consequence of that. So when Baba says that, come and tell me, it is just to make us feel burden free, a little bit off our shoulders. And yes, Baba is Jananhar of everything about the entire cosmos, universe. He knows everything. But are we, as I said, are we so nice and pure? We are having pure thoughts all the time that he needs to know those things. He says, I don't need to know those things about what is going on in your thoughts. So it is that way. It's, I must not say really playing around with words, but it's just trying to understand the perspective when Baba uses, what is Baba trying to say in that. Okay, so I think it's 5:46. Anyone else wants to comment or say something? Otherwise, we'll just go in the meditation mode. Is that okay, Sister Rakhi? Mm,
Yes, Manoj Bhai, but before we move on to meditation, there is an announcement.
okay.
So, we'd announced until yesterday that we have a master class tomorrow on chat GPT to chat GOD. However, drama plan, we will have to move this to some other day because his brother who was to do this class from US, given there's a Labor Day celebration happening in US, there's been last minute things planned and he may have to travel to the retreat center because of some special events happening in the US. So we will have another masterclass tomorrow for which we will announce during the day. And as we say, everything is Kalyankari. So this month we may probably have two masterclass. So that's the announcement we wanted to do with regards to tomorrow's class. Over to you, Manoj bhai.
Yeah, thank you. So let's all, we've spoken a lot about power of transformation and complete purity. So let's try to practice this. Let's try to ignite the flame, the jwala, the yog agni in ourselves. We'll sit in meditation for the same. So let's sit back, relax. And considering the self to be this beautiful, tiny, conscient being of light. Visualizing the self as this tiny point of light. I, the soul in its purest form, my eternal stage, Anadi Swarup. Just the point, no other labels of gender, age, caste, creed, etc., profession. And as I experience myself to be this point of light, only then can I truly remember Baba, the infinite point, source of everything. Baba, the point and the source of all virtues and powers. As I, the tiny being, connect to that infinite being of powers and virtues, I see myself being immersed, being absorbed, being lost in the totality of Baba. I am one with Baba. And nothing else can come between me and Baba. It's such a beautiful experience. And as I am situated in this volcanic remembrance, the Jwalamukhi Yad, all my previous sins get absolved and annihilated. I feel so light and free. As if all the burden has been taken away by Baba. And he tells me, my dear child, let go of your burdens, give me all those and become free. And let me do that. Let me surrender myself fully to Baba. And see, how do you feel? So light as a bird in the flying stage. Because whatever I need, I, the soul, Supreme Soul, can give me everything. I don't need anything from anyone. Because Baba has given me everything in abundance. All the treasures and fortune are mine. Because Baba is with me. With this thought, let's carry on today for the entire day the consciousness of being a master Jani Jananhar and practicing complete purity and the power to transform our thoughts as and when they come. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. We meet tomorrow morning with a master class, which we'll announce during the day. Have a wonderful day. Om Shanti.